All right, welcome everybody to yoga. My name is Tess. I'm the fitness coordinator with Rec Sports. And today we're going to do a practice that's going to be more of a spine opener, kind of unwind, detoxify here, open up those sides, and then also some stretching into the neck and shoulder area as well too. We're going to start in a cross-legged position, or you're welcome to start with your feet extended out in front of you, whichever is more comfortable for you. We're going to rock back and forth, side to side, finding our sit bones, sitting up nice and tall. Our head's extended. We want to think about being flat in the back of our neck, so we're raising from the back the crown of our head, lifting our shoulders up, and letting them fall down and back, creating this nice, tall, long posture through our spine. And starting this practice with a little bit of a meditation, go ahead and let your eyes close if you're comfortable doing so. You can place your hands on your knees, at your sides, in your lap, whatever feels best for you right now. We're going to start to engage those abdominal muscles, trying to focus on using the muscles in the front of our core to help keep us up nice and tall. Letting that low back relax a little bit here, but still keeping tall in our spine. Just letting our breath flow naturally, starting to pay attention to our breath here. Breathing in through our nose and breathing out through our nose or mouth. And as we're settling in here, letting everything else fade away, bringing ourselves into the four corners of the room we're in, and bringing ourselves onto the four corners of our mat, or maybe we're on an imaginary mat today. Wherever you are, just let yourself settle into this moment. Notice the things around you. Notice any additional noises. Accepting them in this moment. Noticing the feeling of the ground below you, whether it's a mat, a blanket, a towel, carpet, grass. And then noticing any other sensations, maybe the clothes on our body, maybe the hair on our head, if our hair is longer, hair on our shoulders or back. And coming into our breath here, starting to deepen those breaths in and out, filling the lungs all the way down to the belly. Exhaling that breath, maybe making it audible here. If we're having trouble coming into this moment, letting things go, maybe breathing in everything we have to do and exhaling that out, exhaling it far away, using a strong, powerful breath here. Remembering that whatever we left will be there when we come back. Giving ourselves this time to rest and recharge so we can come back to whatever we were doing with more energy, more positivity. Placing one hand on our chest and one on our belly. We're going to think about our lungs in three sections here. We've got the top at our top hand at our chest, the middle at the base of our ribs, and then lower down at our belly. As we breathe in, we want to think about filling from the bottom to the middle to the top, and exhaling from the top to the middle to the bottom. Filling those lungs, and exhale, releasing. Continuing this pattern of breath. Go ahead and place our hands down at the sides or your knees or wherever comfortable. Go ahead and blink your eyes open softly. We're gonna come into a stretch from the top to the bottom of our body. Starting with our head, our neck's gonna come over to our right shoulder. Our ear is gonna meet our right shoulder here. Starting to feel our neck opening up on the left side. We're still keeping tall with our postures. We wanna make sure our shoulders are down and relaxed. So we're bringing our ear to meet our shoulder as opposed to our shoulder meeting our ear. Good, and maybe for a deeper stretch, we take that left hand and we take that shoulder and we push it down towards the ground a little bit further. Breathing into this stretch here, feeling all of the muscles of our neck stretch. Good, and we slowly start to bring our chin towards our chest, keeping our ear pulled towards our shoulder. Feeling how this changes our stretch. If we're really tight in the back of our neck, we might feel this muscle that's pulling from our neck all the way up through the space behind our ears on our head. And as we inhale, we're very slowly going to bring our chin back up. We come back to the center. Holding here a moment. And on our next exhale, we're going to let our head fall back. Nice and slow and controlled. Keeping that long spine. Keeping our ear pushing towards our shoulder. We start to feel this stretch in the front of our neck. If there's any pain or discomfort, gently come out, bring that ear away from your shoulder a little bit here. Breathing through this stretch once more. On our next inhale, we're slowly bringing our chin back to the middle. Holding here for another breath. And on our next inhale, we're going to gently, very slowly bring our head back up to center. Good. Maybe we shake our head like we're saying no. Feel that difference on each of the sides of our neck here. Good. Feel that difference. Maybe we roll our shoulders forward and we roll them back. Good. Moving on to the other side, we're going to take our head over to our left. So our ears pulling down towards our left shoulder. Again, keep those shoulders down and relaxed. We want to focus on bringing our ear towards our shoulder as opposed to our shoulder to our ear. Our chest is open. Our gaze is straight forward. Good. And once again, for a little bit of an added stretch, we can take that right shoulder and we can push it down towards the floor. Continuing to breathe through this stretch here. Good, and on our next exhale, we're very slowly gonna bring our chin towards our chest, keeping that left ear pulling towards the shoulder. Good, again, we might feel this pull in the space behind our ear. Might even feel this come into our back a little bit. Good, making sure we're staying lengthened in that spine. On our next inhale, we're going to very slowly bring our head back up to center. Holding here for a breath. And on our next exhale, we're very slowly going to bring that chin up towards the sky. Feeling that stretch move towards the middle and the front of the right side of our neck. Again, If there's any pain, reduce that intensity, reduce that stretch here. On our next inhale, we're going to slowly come back to center, holding here for another breath. And as we inhale, we very slowly bring that neck back to center. Once more, shaking that head, feeling that range side to side. You might still feel tighter on one side than the other, and that's totally fine. We're gonna have imbalances all over our body. Next, what we're gonna do is take our chin. We're sitting nice and tall, we're flat in our back. We're taking our chin and we're gonna take our chin towards our chest. Good, and if you have a tight back, you'll feel this in the muscles running down the sides of your spine. Our shoulders are still down and back. Good, whether we're cross-legged or have our legs straight out, it doesn't matter. What we're gonna do is stay flat in our back. Inhale, we rise our chin up. And then as we exhale, we're gonna keep our back flat, our chest is open, and we're gonna gently crawl those hands forward. Good, so we're staying nice and upright. We're not gonna get quite as much of a stretch here as if we rounded our back, but we wanna focus on keeping the spine long here. Inhale, we're gonna lengthen that spine. Exhale, we're gonna tuck that chin in once more. Inhale, we slowly bring that head up. Exhale, we're gonna let our whole body fall forward. Our head's gonna come towards our mat. We're gonna let our head and neck relax. Our upper body relaxes over our legs. Good, continuing to breathe here, holding this pose. Keeping that head towards the floor. Inhale, we're gonna roll up from the base of our spine to the top, ending with our head. Good. And if your legs are crossed, you're gonna go ahead and uncross them and recross them the opposite way. So whichever leg's closer is now gonna be further. If your legs are straight out, just leave them right how they are. We're gonna do the same thing once more. Inhale, we have our spine nice and long. Exhale, we're gonna come forward, keeping that spine straight. Hinging just from the hips, shoulders are down and back. Good, having that option to tuck our chin. If our chin is tucked, we're gonna inhale and bring that chin back up. And on our next exhale, we're gonna fall forward, letting our body collapse forward here, letting our head meet towards the ground. Good, we're feeling a stretch down our spine, maybe a little bit into our hips. Inhale, we rise back up from the base of our spine, ending with our head. Good. If your legs are crossed, we're gonna go ahead and extend them here. We're gonna come into a seated spinal twist. What we're gonna do is we're gonna take our right knee, we're gonna pull it in towards us. And then you're gonna take that leg and we're gonna cross it over just like so. So we're sitting nice and tall. And place your foot wherever is comfortable, whether it's further towards your calf or up towards your thigh, it does not matter here. Inhale, we're gonna come nice and tall. And what we're gonna do is kind of do a seated spinal twist by section. So we're gonna start with the base, so think of your belly button. Then you're gonna move to the chest area, shoulders, and then we're gonna think about our nose. So we're gonna move one section at a time, so kind of breaking up the sections on our back here. So we've got our legs crossed, we're sitting nice and tall. As we inhale, we're gonna lengthen that spine. As we exhale, we're gonna rotate just our belly button. So think about the base of our spine rotating. We're sitting nice and tall. As we exhale, our chest is gonna move. We're rotating that upper part of our torso. Good, maybe we start to plant our hand on our knee. Inhale, we lengthen. Exhale, our shoulders start to move. Maybe we place our elbow on our knee or leave our hand if that's more comfortable. Inhale, we lengthen our spine. Exhale, our nose twists. We look over that right shoulder. Good, moving section by section here. Giving each portion of our spine a little bit of time. If we have our elbow, maybe we bring our fingertips towards the sky. We spread that palm facing toward the right. Good, we're still nice and tall. We've got that right hand back behind us, like a kickstand here. Shoulders are down and back, chest is open. Good, we're gonna come out of this opposite of how we came in. So inhale, we lengthen that spine. Exhale, our chin and nose are gonna come forward to meet the direction of our shoulders. Inhale, we lengthen our spine. Exhale, our shoulders are gonna relax forward. Inhale, we lengthen the spine. Exhale, our chest is gonna come forward. Inhale, we lengthen the spine. Exhale, our belly button, our tummy comes forward. Good, go ahead and relax your legs. We're gonna do the same thing on the other side here. So keeping those legs nice and long, that spine is tall here. We're gonna take our left knee, we're gonna pull it in, and we're gonna take that leg and cross it over to the other side. We're sitting nice and tall the whole way here. Good, again, we're thinking about our belly button, our chest, our shoulders, and then our chin and nose. So inhale, we lengthen that spine. Exhale, our belly button's gonna rotate just the base of that spine. Inhale, we extend. Exhale, our chest is gonna rotate. Inhale, we come tall. Our shoulders are gonna rotate. Maybe that elbow or hand meets the outside of that right knee. Inhale, we lengthen. Exhale, our chin and our nose are going to go ahead and rotate here last. Good, we're sitting tall. Adjusting that posture. Every inhale, we lengthen our spine. Every exhale, maybe we twist a little bit deeper. Our body's allowing us to. Breathing through the stretch here. On our next inhale, we lengthen our spine. As we exhale, our chin and nose come to meet our shoulders. We lengthen, exhale, our shoulders meet our chest. Inhale, we lengthen, our chest meets our belly button. Inhale, we lengthen, we come all the way back forward. Good. Good, in this seated position, we've stayed here a lot, had our legs crossed. We're gonna go ahead and try to open up those hips a little bit here. So we're gonna go ahead and make our way onto our back, lying down. Good, we're gonna keep our feet planted on our mat, knees come up towards the sky. Hands are down at our sides. We're gonna scooch those feet a little bit closer to our hips as much as comfortable. We're gonna think about a pelvic tilt here. So we're curling the very base of our tailbone off the mat. We're grounding our low back into the mat or the ground. We're just holding this pelvic tilt here as we breathe. Good, we start to feel those lower abdominal muscles engaged here. That's what's gonna support us. Good, and when you're ready on your next inhale, we're gonna push through our heels, keeping our knees in line with our toes and our hips. We're gonna lift those hips, keeping that pelvic tilt. Good, so we should feel the engagement in our glute muscles and our butt muscles, and then also at that base of our abdominal muscles here. We're curling that tailbone under, we're squeezing those glute muscles, pushing through our heels, our knees are in line with our toes. Good, we're holding here as we breathe. We're keeping that upper body nice and relaxed. And as we exhale, one vertebrae at a time, we're gonna roll our spine back onto our mat. Good, next what we're gonna do is go ahead and extend the right leg. And if comfortable, we're gonna take our left knee We're gonna let it fall in. So our foot's coming out to the side. Good, we feel a little bit of stretch in this outer hip here. If this is not uncomfortable for you, what you can do is take that foot back into that knee position and just let it fall in towards your other leg for more of a supported stretch here. Good, as we inhale, we're gonna bring that knee back up. We're gonna go ahead and switch legs. Our right knee comes up. We either keep that foot right where it's at and let that knee fall in, or we scoot that foot out, letting that knee fall in. Good, being gentle with our knee here. If this is not comfortable, find what's good for you. Good, as we inhale, that knee is gonna come back up towards the sky. We're gonna bring both of our feet to meet on the mat. And as we exhale, our knees are gonna fall out to the side, so the bottom of our feet are gonna touch. We're basically doing the opposite of what we just did here. Letting those knees fall out, letting gravity pull those knees down. Breathing through this stretch. Good, and using our hands at the side of our thighs here as we inhale, we're gonna support our legs, bringing them back up. Exhale, we're gonna go ahead and extend those legs. Good, stretch those feet out, point those toes. Good. What we're gonna do next is we're gonna take our hands, we're gonna support ourselves and bring ourselves back up. We've got our forearms on the mat. Good, our core is nice and tight, and we're gonna bring ourselves all the way up, so making sure we're supporting here. We're gonna come into an inverted plank, so our fingertips are either gonna point forward or slightly out to the side. We want to avoid them being back because we start to hunch a little bit more here. Good, we're gonna take our feet into our mat, and as we inhale, we're gonna lift those hips. Good, trying to come into a straight line here if we're able to. Good, for a little bit of modification, we bend those knees, trying to keep those legs extended if we're able. Shoulders push back. Exhale, we're gonna lower down. Good. We're gonna make our way back to the floor here, supporting ourselves with our arms. Good. What we're gonna do now is we're gonna take our right leg, we're gonna cross it over our left. So right ankle meets left thigh. Good. If this is a good enough stretch here, hold right here. For a little bit of a deeper stretch, we can bring that left knee in and grasp onto that leg for a deeper stretch through that right hip. Holding and breathing here. Good, and on your next inhale, go ahead and extend that leg up. Good, if you've got your left foot still planted on the mat, just stay right where you're at. Exhale, we're gonna release that knee back down. Good, and whether you're holding onto your leg, or if you're holding onto your leg, we're gonna go ahead and let that leg plant. So left foot meets the ground. We've still got that right ankle on our left thigh. We're gonna take our legs and we're gonna let them fall over to our left, so our right foot is gonna meet the ground here. Good, we're flexing through that left foot. Our right foot's planted on the ground. And for an even deeper stretch, we bring our hands out into a T position, palms facing the mat. And we can let that right knee fall down towards the ground. Moving that stretch to come higher up into our lower spine, moving that away from our hips just for a moment here. Both feet are flexed, so we're pulling those toes towards our shin. Good, on our next inhale, we're gonna take our left hand, we're gonna support that right knee, we're gonna push it back up if we let that knee fall. We're gonna engage our abdominal muscles here, and as we breathe in, we're gonna use our abdominal muscles to support our legs coming back up straight forward. Good. And on our next exhale, we're going to now let our legs fall to the right. So we've got that right ankle. We want to make sure it's not right on that knee joint, but right above that knee joint. Good. For an added stretch, we can take our head and turn it to the opposite direction here. Inhale, we engage those abdominal muscles, and we pull those legs back up to center. Exhale, we release our right leg, we extend those legs out, stretching from the toes all the way through the hips. Good. We're going to plant those feet, and we're going to come into another bridge here, starting with that pelvic tilt. We're going to slowly peel that spine off the mat. And exhale, we roll that spine back down. Good, doing the same thing on the other side. We're gonna take that left ankle, we're gonna cross it over on that right thigh. Again, if this feels good for you, leave it right here. Make sure that toe is flexed towards your shin. For an added stretch, we pull that right leg in, supporting it behind the knee, keeping that left foot flexed. Good, feeling that hip open here. You've got your right knee tucked in towards you. Go ahead and extend that right leg. Flex those toes, heel reaches up towards the sky. If your right foot's down on the mat, go ahead and just leave it right where you're at. Good, if your leg's extended, go ahead and let it bend again. And exhale, we're gonna keep our legs crossed, but release that right leg down to the floor if it's not there already. Good, we bring our arms out into a T, and we let those feet fall over to the right side so our left foot's planted onto the mat. Good, we've got that leg extended, or we've got those legs bent here. Those feet are flexed. Good, and for an added stretch here, we take that right knee and we let it fall down towards the ground. And we always have that option to bring our head over toward the left side, the opposite side here. Good, if we've got that knee down towards the floor, we're gonna bring it back up towards the sky. We engage those abdominal muscles, and using our core, we bring those feet back up. We bring that foot back up, I should say. And exhale, we're gonna let our knees fall over towards the left side, this time having the option to bring our gaze over to the right. Good, as we inhale, we engage those abdominal muscles, we bring those knees back up. Go ahead and let that left foot meet towards the ground, extending those legs, stretching through here. Good. We're going to go ahead and roll over to our left or our right side, whichever you prefer, and we're going to make our way into tabletop. So we've got our hips over our knees, we've got our shoulders over our wrists. We're going to take those fingers and spread them nice and wide. We're going to push through each fingertip, relieving some of that stress from our wrists here. Our core is nice and tight, our back is flat. What we're going to do next is we're going to go ahead and bring our forearms onto the ground, trying to keep our hips right over our knees. So it's going to be, you're going to be tempted to fall back, but I want you to try to stay up here. So we bring our forearms down as we start to make our way into puppy pose. Good. Starting here, we're going to progress into this. Stop at any point whenever you feel that you've got enough stretch or you're being challenged enough. We're going to start to crawl those hands out ever so slightly, again trying to keep those hips up above the knees. And we start to feel this stretch as our chest meets towards the ground. Good, and if you feel comfortable, we bring our head all the way down to the mat. Our chest meets the mat as our arms extend forward. Good, we begin to crawl those arms back in, coming to get our elbows to meet underneath our shoulders, and we push ourselves back up into tabletop here. Good, inhale, we come into cow, raising our chin and our hips. Exhale, we round that spine, coming into cat. Good, moving through a few more rounds of our cat-cow here. Adjusting as you need to. We're opening that chest as we come into cow. We're rounding that spine, pushing through the floor, separating those shoulder blades as you come into cat. And we meet back into tabletop. We're gonna go ahead and bring our big toes to meet. We're gonna separate those knees a little bit wider. We're gonna sink back into a child's pose. Our arms are reaching forward. We let our forehead meet the mat, feeling welcome to turn your head to the right or to the left if that's more comfortable for you. We're just gonna stay here for a few breaths. Just starting to begin winding down our practice. Good, our hips are sinking back towards our heels, our shoulder blades, we're letting them melt out towards the sides, our arms extended forward. Just letting our whole body relax here. Inhale, we bring ourselves back forward into tabletop, adjusting our knees and feet. Good, exhale, we're gonna sit back onto our heels here. As we inhale, our hands are gonna come up and around. As we exhale, we're gonna meet on one side. Stretching, keeping that chest open, we keep that space between our arm and our neck. If this is not comfortable for your feet or your knees, go ahead and just let those legs extend forward. Inhale, we use the side muscles on our right side to pull ourselves back up. Exhale, we fall over to the right side. Continuing to breathe here, keeping that space between our upper arm and our ear. Then we use those side muscles. Inhale, we bring ourselves back up. Exhale, we let those hands fall. Good, we're gonna go ahead and make our way onto our mat lying down. As we prepare to come into our final relaxation, Shavasana. A couple options here, we can come into corpse pose with our legs extended. We let our feet fall out towards the side. Our arms come to our side. We tuck those shoulder blades under. Palms come towards the sky. If you have a lot of tightness in your low back, another option here for your legs is to bring those knees up towards the sky. Bring your feet to the edge of the mat, or if you're not on a mat, a little bit wider than hip distance. And just let those knees fall in together and relax. So we're not squeezing those legs or anything, we're just letting those knees rest together. Good, we start to let our breath settle into its natural rhythm. We let our eyes close. We begin to let our mind wander here. Good. Trying to bring our focus onto our body. Come into a full body relaxation. As we relax here, it's really easy for us to want to shake out our arm before we relax it or our leg. I want to challenge you to try to find this stillness here and relax. Starting with your toes, moving through and relaxing the arch of your foot, your ankle. Relax your calves, your thighs, your hips. Relax your fingertips, letting them curl in naturally. Relax your palms, your wrists, your forearm. Relax your upper arms, your shoulders, and your neck. Release any tension from your jaw, moving your tongue away from the roof of your mouth. Relax your cheeks, your forehead, the space between your eyebrows, and all of the little muscles around your eyes. Let your body melt into your mat or the ground. Let yourself just be in this moment. Begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes, gently waking up your body. Let your arms and legs move side to side. Let your head roll from side to side. When you're ready, or not already, bring your feet to meet the ground, your knees towards the sky. And fall over to your left or your right side, whichever you prefer. Knee over knee, palm over palm, using your hands as a pillow here. Coming into fetal position, representing a new beginning after our practice. And when you're ready, we're going to push ourselves up using our arms to support, blinking our eyes open. We're going to come into a seated position. Again, legs crossed or extended, whichever you prefer. Finding that nice tall posture here, our body relaxed and calm. As we inhale, our hands are going to come up together. Palms meet, exhale, we bring those hands down, thumbs meeting to our forehead, reminding ourselves to think our best thoughts. Thumbs move to our lips, reminding ourselves to speak our best words. They come to rest at heart center, reminding ourselves to live our best lives. Thank you all for joining me in this nice restorative practice today. The love, the light, and the strength in me shines through and acknowledges the love, the light, and the strength in you. Namaste. Thank you for joining today. Let me know if you have any feedback or comments, and have a great rest of your day.